when I think back and I reflect on my career, there are some things early on that, as much of a great mentor that I had, there were some things that I probably should have done right off the bat. I should have really, really focused on just being out there, just natural out there, making connections, reestablishing relationships, and cultivating relationships with anybody and everybody that I know. When I first started, I was actually in my late 20s, early 30s. And that's a time when a lot of folks are buying their first home or maybe their second home. Alumni from high school, from college, friends, family, all these, there was a lot of activity going on around out there. And I just wasn't getting in the mix from the beginning. I, like a lot of others, started off by taking approaches now that aren't as effective. I started off by cold calling and door knocking, but back then we didn't have all the things that we have now. There was no do not call list. Folks, the average citizen out there looked forward to speaking to a realtor because they didn't have a real other source of real estate information like we do now. So it was a different world. So if I could start all over again, I probably would have tried to focus on the technology at the time and the new direction that people were going, because even back when I started, not everybody had a website, or there was no Facebook, no real social media out there. So I probably, if I went back in time, would try and be more innovative in the area of video, for example, if I could do it all over again. On top of that, investing, okay? Buying things that appreciate, like real estate, obviously, instead of buying things like cars that depreciate. There's another decision that I would have made in a different direction. And even though I was in real estate, I was, not always focused on the investment side of things, which I should have paid more attention to. Absolutely, for sure. What else? I don't know. I mean, there are a number of things that we'd all feel like we could have, should have done better, but I'm just evolving right now. Remember, you are where you're standing right now. So getting the right start, connecting with the right group or individual mentor, very, very important. You have to build that foundation right now. You just got your license, or you've been in it for a little while and things just haven't turned out like you were hoping. You got to change your scenery. You got to match up with the right person who gives you that feeling of hope, gives you that direction, gives you that, that path and that confidence to get out there and be the best that you can be. So, yeah, looking back, I did have that person in my life, in my world. My mentor was fantastic. He brought me a lot of confidence. He really basically believed that I could do anything in this industry that I wanted to. And at the same time, he let me be on the choices I made. And honestly, he probably it would have been nice if he would have got on my case a little bit more, which he didn't, So, and that's what I do with those that I mentor now. I don't get on their case, but I tell them like it is. I tell them like it is from all the experience I have. I tell them like it is so that they don't necessarily walk the path that I did when I stepped off the road sometimes, and that they stay in the direction that they need to stay on, which is moving forward constantly. Remember, every day when I wake up, I'm not looking for perfection. I'm just looking for progress, one step at a time. So be patient, but at the same time, have that energy and go out there and put that effort in, because it's not going to come to you. You have to go to it, plain and simple. So if you'd like to talk more about your career and the path that you're looking for, I'd love to speak with you and share information with you. Feel free to go ahead and click on the link here. Let's set up a one-on-one conversation. Love to meet you in person, and we'll see you real soon.